Honestly, my honest, real opinion about this, my hot take of the video, everybody, here it comes. Lukewarm, microwaved, 4-day-old mac and cheese take, here it comes. If they want to go make their own, like, all-black schools, all-black towns, they should be allowed to. Go for it. Black people want to go create Wakanda? They should be able to. But white people should be allowed to create Agartha. If people want to willingly segregate themselves, they should be allowed to go ahead and do that. Deadass, who cares? Everyone else can live in a desegregated society. They can go have their ethnostates. But you know, there's only one side that will not be able to do that.
In my name, they shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. So today, Brother Merritt and all of you, I fulfill the scripture, I lay hands on the sick. I don't know how much recovery they're going to have, but I lay hands on the sick.
This shocking fight doesn't have any audio because it was taken from a surveillance camera. It captures a brawl breaking out near the city of Central. Punches being thrown before both men fall to the ground. Investigators say one of the men throwing punches is well-known pastor Tony Spell of Life Tabernacle Church. Moments before those punches broke out, another video shows Spell charging at the man. The father of the alleged victim gave the WAFBI team this video with no sound. Spell was arrested shortly after the fight and charged with second-degree battery. Cameras were rolling as deputies took him into custody. These pictures, also provided to us by Scott Sherwin, the father of the young man, are the end result of that brawl, which he says required his 20-year-old son to receive 5 stitches in his chin. Sherwin told the WAFBI team there's been a long-standing feud that's gone on between Spell and his family.
I'm glad we listened to God and not the governor.
Pastor Tony Spell made headlines and became nationally famous when he defied COVID restrictions during the height of the pandemic in 2020. Spell was charged with 6 misdemeanors before the Louisiana Supreme Court ruled in his favor. Spell's popularity came with defiance, as some Americans believed there was an overreach of government restrictions during the pandemic.
We've been mocked, we've been ridiculed, we've been slandered, defamed, but now we're thankful that we have finally been vindicated by the highest court in the state of Louisiana.
Arrest documents obtained by the I-Team on Tuesday showed the alleged victim admitted to shouting a profanity at Spell, who then ran across the street and a fight ensued. The arrest report notes that Spell and his attorney declined to comment and told deputies to go ahead with the booking process, which led to this mugshot and a felony charge for Pastor Tony Spell.
So the state of Texas just voted in a mandate now to require all public school students have to read the Bible. Welcome to the fucking 1600s. The whole era where we left Europe to come over here because we were tired of religious people telling us what the fuck to read and what the fuck to do and what the fuck to follow. And somehow we're back. Welcome to the 1600s, motherfuckers. Ah!
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Nice weather we're having, huh?
You got a problem, creep?
Just making conversation.
The state, the court, police. See, you think that they've failed you, but they haven't, because they were never meant to give you justice. No, they only exist to control you.
I don't run to get ready for bikini season. I run so that in the year 2030, when I'm locked out of my electric car for having a bad social credit score, I can get outside the 15-minute city limits and escape the United Nations robocops that are after me for having a steak after I've reached my CO2 limit.
As I mentioned before, exposure to true information does not matter anymore. A person who was demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him. Even if I shower him with information, with authentic proof, with documents, with pictures, Even if I take him by force to the Soviet Union and show him concentration camp, he will refuse to believe it until he is going to receive a kick in his fat bottom. When a military boot crashes then he will understand, but not before that. That's the tragic of the situation of demoralization.
What happened in New York last night should terrify everyone, and here's why. New York held their Democrat primaries, but instead of electing normal Democrats, voters chose their farther left socialist candidate. These guys, all backed by Zohran Mamdani and all America hating. This one, Daria Liza, she recently converted to Islam and said she would use the American flag to wipe if she forgot a napkin. And she co-founded a group at Columbia whose stated mission was the total eradication of Western civilization. She's going to Congress. This one, Claire Valdez, ran on granting citizenship and voting rights to illegals using your tax dollars for trans, surgeries, and the elimination of private insurance. Communist in Congress. Brad also won, but he's technically Jewish, so he had to pretend not to be and do this to get elected. Say what? This chick also won a state assembly seat. She's a child of illegals. She once protested carrying a Hamas headband, and she blamed 9/11 on America's racism. Here's why this matters, because we are watching the Democrat socialists, the communists, take over the Democrat Party. And where have we seen this before? Pre-Soviet Russia. You had the Bolshevik Communist Party and the Mensheviks, and Vladimir Lenin controlled the Bolsheviks, and he wanted to destroy the Mensheviks or the normie Dems. The gameplay has always been, go to a normie blue area, take over, and then replace the normies with radicals. Then claim that your insane minority is the majority. Create a false sense of popularity, pretend that the minority is popular, spread it around to the young people, and get them all talking about it. Lenin did this, and then purged the traditional Mensheviks and took over. Therefore, the minority on paper becomes the majority. For Lenin, the Mensheviks weren't radical enough, and for today's socialists, the Democrats aren't radical enough. Mamdani is today's Lenin. You see clips of him all over social media trying to convince you that this is the new wave, this is where we're headed, and this is fetch. He's wrong. Most people don't want America-hating, ally-hating, seizing your private property, taxing you out the wazoo, terror-loving, gender-chopping, American flag-wiping candidates. They don't want communists. They want normalcy. Only 10% of New York City voted in this election. Most people stayed home. They don't care. But guess what? Apathy elects crazies. Today it's Congress people, tomorrow it's the Nazi tattoo guy for Senate, and then next year it's AOC for president, and then communists are in charge. Guys, it is time to be more aware of your local elections before it ends up eating you and the entire nation. It got really dark, but that'll be all of America if we don't act fast.
As a Muslim, my response to all of this is do your worst. I am not afraid. Because even if this body is broken, the spirit inside of it, you cannot reach. And it will continue, and Allah will replace you. Whether I see that or not is irrelevant. But I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the US government. I am not afraid of the United States Army. I am not afraid of ICE. I'm not afraid of whatever they control. Not only am I not afraid, but it is my life mission to stand against all of the above. That every single iota of strength, wealth, and spirit that I have, until I die, will be spent fighting everything I just mentioned. To the last breath, or until they cease their oppression, cease their injustice. That's my reason for existence. And the sunnah that I follow is not only the sunnah of my messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he commanded us with this being.
It is time to go out and show these fuckers that they aren't getting away with it anymore. Remember, I do this for you until you learn to do it for yourself. I don't think it was the good ones that got out of your country. I think it was the bad ones. And I think you brought with you your archaic value system.
He's absolutely correct. Enough of your suicidal empathy. White people make 7% of the global population. You're an endangered species. These bastard immigrants will use democracy to end your democracy. They're not using bullets and bombs. They're weaponizing wombs and ovaries. They're using birth rate to replace you all. Enough of suicidal empathy. They're not bringing their best. They're sending their worst. Please, white people, enough of your suicidal empathy. Also, tell these goat fuckers, leave the goats alone.
Is that your dad up there? That image I just pulled up?
That's him, yeah.
Okay, so this is Rob.
He was murdered by the medical system because of the protocols that Fauci put into play. And, you know, my mom wrote a whole book. She recorded every freaking phone call from every freaking doctor. And so she wrote a whole book about it called The Protocol That Kills. And she just exposes the whole thing. It's like the most well-documented COVID case or whatever you want to call it.
Is the book available on Amazon? Or
it's on Amazon. You can go to our BabylonRisingBookstore.com if you're interested in it. But I believe that you know, he was taken out for what he knew. And I'm not the only one that believes that. And you know, later on, my mom got cancer and she died. And I think that had something to do with it. I think it broke her heart and she died of a broken heart, along with, you know, cancer. But that's just in a nutshell. But yeah, he and my mom are both very well missed. I mean,
yeah, someone in the chat said Rob was the shit, so someone knows who he was.
Yeah, a lot of people. I get a message every day on Facebook, and I try to be very, you know, he would actually talk with people on the phone, and he was like pretty well known, and I think I thought that was so cool. So I try to do that with, you know, I'm not good at talking on the phone. I don't really like it, but I do try to text back, you know, like.
The WNBA, they just keep driving into a wall at full speed with Caitlin Clark. They now have a commemorative poster of 30 years of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark's not on it. And it's not just like an ode to the veterans that started the league. Paige Beckers and Angel Reese are on it. And Caitlin Clark's not. When she broke into the league, you moved her road games to bigger arenas to accommodate the fans. And she's not on the 30-year poster. I mean, recently there were TV games. Hers got double the rating of Asia Wilson, the best player in the league, the 3-time champ and the 4-time MVP. Double the rating. This is a paranoid, weird, insular league.
Let's just call it what it is, racism. It started with Caitlin Clark, and now it's me. Y'all see it. When white players start hooping at a high level, suddenly we're cocky, deserve to get hit, or we're too emotional. But let's be real, they just don't like seeing white girls dominating their game.
But you want to be bad? What are you doing? In the dumpster! Hey, get me out!
I was just kind of pointing, and she's like, don't you point at me. And I was like, oh, shouldn't have said that. And I didn't say a word.
Ça marche pas, frère. Putain. Ah merde. Oh. Tu peux m'aider s'il vous plaît? Merci beaucoup.
So I am here in Stockholm, Sweden, and you guys see the lovely diversity here. There's 1 trillion Somalis absolutely everywhere. I'm in the absolute center of the city, and they're endless. They're endless here. It's you know, Africans after Africans, Somalians fucking everywhere. You know, the Swedish people are absolutely lovely, but then you know, you see people like that, it doesn't make it so welcoming, unfortunately. And you know, it's such a standout because the Swedish people, they're obviously very blonde, blue eyes, and you have these fucking ogres absolutely fucking everywhere in the town square. And it's a shame. It's like these people do not belong here with us. They do not belong in these countries. It's despicable. It's ridiculous. And they're not tourists. They're getting paid by the corrupt government who has betrayed their people. The taxpayers' money is going for them to live here.
Statistically, a white person is 30 times more likely to be killed by a black person than the other way around. We know that. That's just true. In 2019, there were about 560,000 violent interracial incidents between blacks and whites. 470,000 of them were black on white. That's 85%. 85%. 240 black people were killed by whites. 560 white people were killed by blacks. And this is all in spite of the fact that white people make up 60% of the population, blacks are 13%. Just by raw numbers, not even per capita, but raw numbers, there are more black interracial killers than white. That should be impossible. There are 171 million more white people in the country, and yet there are more black interracial killers.
For each one person that is being killed by the taxi industry, we'll kill 5 white people. For every one black person we'll kill 5 white people. We'll kill one of us, we'll kill 5 of you. We'll kill the children, we'll kill the women, we'll kill anything that we find on our way. They kill one of us, we kill how many? They kill one of us, we kill how many? They kill one of us, we kill how many whites? We kill the children, we kill the women, we kill their dogs, we kill their cats, we kill anything that comes.
Dear Western white women, or should I call you guys idiots, when are you guys going to realize that these military-aged men coming in from third world countries, leaving behind their kids and their wives just to grape and pillage like the West, are actually there to just replace you and your culture so that the government can then afterwards take them as slaves because of their low IQs? And I say this as a refugee and also as somebody who escaped a war. But not once did my dad leave my mom and myself behind and then go into Europe and decided, hey, you know what, screw those two. No, we actually went as a unit, as a family, because we were actually escaping a war. Then let me tell you, as a Slavic person who knows about the Ottoman Empire and taking over, like, you know, the Yugoslav Balkan area, let me tell you something after the war. We had moderate Muslims before the war, where you would never see a woman being covered from head to toe. They were just Muslim by name, and they would go to the mosque whenever they felt like it. They would drink and do whatever. And then after the war, I went back, and I'm seeing Bosnian white women fully covered head to toe with only their eyes showing. And I looked at my mom and I went, what the F is this? And she goes, well, after the war, there were some people who went totally like AWOL and went extremists. And I'm literally looking around Bosnia and it looked like I had landed in like Syria or some shit. Like, it was bad. And I am so sorry, but as a Western white woman, I am not going to live under Sharia law. I'm not going to respect your dress-wearing, goat-humping dudes because they've got dicks and I have a vagina and they think that the Quran said that basically women are less and that dogs are haram. Like, what in the... Are you serious? Yet you fight for women's rights. Yet you fight for, like, all of these toxic men. Unless those toxic men aren't white. And then apparently they can just jerk off in a pool in Italy right in front of kids and you won't say anything. So, I am really glad that this movie called The Citizens Vigilante has come out. Even though it is being banned in Germany and the UK, Elon Musk decided to share it to millions of his followers on X. So, my dear lovely Europeans, turn on your VPNs, go to X and look for this. Look for this, the Citizens Vigilante movie. It's great. Now, if you're like, you shouldn't be sharing that, some people might get some ideas and they might even get inspired by the movie to do the same. All I have to say is, aww, free will exists. And maybe, hopefully, that movie does inspire some people. Because you're being invaded, okay? You dumb liberal ho-hos, okay?
So let me ask you one question to demonstrate the point.
Well,
If white people have the privilege, now if I go on Facebook, for example, if I go on Twitter and I say, if I type in there, white power, what will happen to me, to my account?
you're obviously racist.
But hang on, what will happen to my account if I say that?
Depends what happens, like who reports it.
But like if someone reports my post, what will happen to my account?
Probably get suspended.
Exactly. Okay, I'll get suspended. Now, if I'm black and I go on Twitter and Facebook and say, black power, what will happen to me?
Oh, you're one of them whites are oppressed, of course.
Well, hang on. What will happen to me if I'm black and say that?
We aren't black, so how can you know?
But you can do an experiment where you can go on the site, type that in there, post it, and your account will not be suspended. You will be allowed to say
Do you
that.
really think you're oppressed?
You will be allowed to
Tell
stop.
me if
Stop
you think-
avoiding
just tell
my.
me now, do you think
Stop
you're-
avoiding my example. They will
You
be
think you're
allowed
oppressed?
to say it.
Because
So,
you clearly
so
do.
that
You
is.
think it's okay because
this-
you think it's okay.
You're avoiding my point. That is a proof positive of black privilege. That is one example of black privilege.
You really think black people have
Black
privilege
people,
over white people?
but that's one example of their privilege. They're allowed to say things that we can't.
Give me more.
Sí, yo ya lo era ella.
HARP is one of several ELF wave transmitters located all over the globe. The United States owns and operates 3 of them, one in Gakona, Alaska, another in Fairbanks, Alaska, and one in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. Russia has one in Vasilursky near Nizhny Novgorod, and the European Union has one near Tromsø in Norway. Working in tandem, these transmitters could potentially alter the weather anywhere in the world, changing the jet stream's course entirely, triggering massive rainstorms or droughts. Even hurricane steering would be possible by heating up the atmosphere and building up high-pressure domes that could deflect or change the course of hurricanes. There's no conclusive proof that any of them are being used as weather weapons, though they do have the ability to manipulate the ionosphere. And that brings us to something else. December 2001. Scientists at NASA's Ames Research Center in Palo Alto, California make a discovery. In studying more than 100 earthquakes with magnitudes of 5.0 or greater, they find that almost all of them are preceded by electrical disturbances in the ionosphere. Could there be a connection to HARP or a facility like it?
To say that HARP can artificially excite the ionosphere in such a way to cause an earthquake, well, it alarms me.
An event seen from one point of view gives one impression. Seen from another point of view, it gives quite a different impression. But it's only when you get the whole picture you can fully understand what's going on.
Here's to you, Anthony Fauci.
I almost feel bad for these people. It's like they got played.
Thank you for your invaluable public service.
Can I have your autograph?
It just feels like a Black Mirror episode.
Dr. Fauci, you are my hero.
It's insane.
I thank you for fighting the good fight.
Thank you for being kind.
Tony, we love you. We honor you. We thank God for you.
Dr. Fauci, I want to thank you for always telling the truth, even during the hardest moments.
Despite the fact there was all this evidence that connected him to the birth of this pandemic in the first place, people were thanking him for his service.
Thank you, Dr. Fauci.
This became such a perverse, politically driven story.
Congratulations!
Frontline workers were thanking him even though he may have put their lives at risk.
Congratulations on being named the Federal Employee of the Year.
Yeah, it's disgusting. So it's disgusting.
And so you get this layering of independent interests that come together to just push hysteria and fear and support for censorship and support for authoritarian control.
And a lot of these COVID policies enraged the country and led us to the brink of civil war.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Fauci just manipulated people and said that they were anti-science if they disagreed with him. Specifically about the vaccine mandates.
Mandating vaccines.
I actually encourage it.
I mean, this tore us apart.
It was generally believed the reason the COVID pandemic was continuing was the unvaccinated, and the unvaccinated was a term for conservative Republicans, often in rural areas, who were uneducated.
Oh, you can't shame them. You can't call them stupid. You can't call them silly. Yes, they are.
Hi, ich bin's Michel und ich bin Sven und wir zeigen euch heute unseren ultimativen Trick.
No, wait. Ah!
الله اكبر والله الله اكبر الله اكبر يا عم الله اكبر والله الله اكبر الله اكبر والله الله اكبر الله اكبر الله اكبر يا عم قدام بس عمك الله اكبر والله الله اكبر قدام عميره الله اكبر والله الله اكبر الله اكبر اجاري ما جيت ضربتي الله اكبر والله الله اكبر
My son and I are at United Airlines waiting for our flight from San Francisco to Austin, and the flight attendant has denied access to us because he said that I made a derogatory comment about one of the flight attendants because I didn't use the right pronoun. Now they are forbidding us to get on the plane. I am with my son. He is 25 pounds. I've been carrying him for about 30 minutes. They denied us boarding priority, and now they are about to deny us to board the plane. We'll see what happens.
You can ask wherever you want.
It's no disrespect whatsoever, but are you? No.
What?
They're saying in the chat. You are? Okay, I was wondering. I don't give a fuck, but like. But this face is nice. You
Let's go! Let's fucking go! He's still throwing up, bro. He's still throwing up.
Oh my god. Dude.
Oh my god. Regain your dignity. Regain your dignity. The black community has lost its godlessness. It's lost its God-fearing ability, and they have descended into degeneracy, prostitution, ball player worship, Cardi B worship, violence worship. This is the hallmarks of the black community. Fix it, and we will welcome you back into the American family. But until you fix it, you guys are invaders. Fix your children.
fix your children. Your children are brutalizing our children because they don't know how to keep their hands to themselves. He's got a scar on him from the fight he got.
It wasn't even a stab wound that killed him.
Every time I go to jail, I see black men with gunshot scars, hundreds of them.
Talk about how he was a bully.
That's all I see.
Não acredito. Você aqui. Tudo bom? Como é que tá?
Eita, tudo bem? Your shirt is offensive because it says Jesus over pride. They got complaints about it. You paid for your ticket. Your shirt is just like anybody supporting their favorite baseball player or their favorite team or whatever. You walk from one side of the screen over to the other. Yeah, you have your arms out. And yes, let's just say it. You did want to get on TV, right? Somebody or some buddies complained that Jesus over pride is disrespectful or offensive to them. And that's why the Tigers kicked you out.
Okay, they're kicking me out because of my shirt.
I'm showing my shirt behind home plate. I mean, we're all allowed to be on TV right there. I'm not being obnoxious, but the fact that that is why I got kicked out, not even moved or told to take my shirt off. I completely got kicked out because it offended people.
Put the phone down.
I have a full.
We're going to do this. We're going to eject you.
I have to leave if I put my phone down?
Put your phone down. We're not going to tape us.
Okay.
Put it down. Shut off the recording.
No, I don't have to.
Let's get her out of here.
وألف ربيع ورقية والهوية حيدرية حسينية قلوبهم الندية أرواحهم الزكية قبضاتهم العلوية نداؤها لبيك يا حسين 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 لبيك يا حسين.
White people are going extinct. I've been around the world. I've seen it with my own eyes. The world is getting darker. True Europeans, unmixed whites, are now roughly 8% of the planet. That's 650 to 700 million out of 8.3 billion. That sounds like a lot, but our ancestors never faced what we're facing. Low births, rapid aging, and a non-stop invasion of non-Europeans we never asked for. We're becoming a cornered minority in almost every country we built because they follow us wherever we go. We've been so open and accepting that our brains fell out. We've tolerated anti-white subversion, propaganda, and policies designed to destroy us. Our nuances and rugged individualism, once a great strength, have become a fatal liability while we're being replaced. We tear ourselves apart with endless internal schisms, yet the politics of the stranger, the foreigner, and the outsider have proven far deadlier, splitting us into those who still possess the will to carry our legacy forward and those who do not.
We have also a proud slogan, "My bloodline ends with me," and I can say that because I don't have any brothers or sisters, so my bloodline does end with me. Everyone, especially right-wing politicians, want women to have more and more white babies, and this is a dangerous development which I'd really like to fight.
Fighting each other while we're encircled and shrinking is suicide. Demographics don't care about your feelings. Demographics don't care about what's right. They are determined by might and the will to survive. It is about birth, death, and having our own space. The answer is simple: white ethno-nationalism. We need focused action to deal with those responsible, to reclaim what is ours, on white fertility and real racial cohesion. Make your choice. Are you okay with white people disappearing, or do you want us to survive? If the answer is no, then race mix into the gray sludge and be forgotten. If the answer is yes, but you still think we can do it while staying in a multicultural meat grinder, you're already finished. You've accepted defeat. If the answer is yes, then put your people first and stand unapologetically as Team White. This is how we start taking back control of our destiny. Our continuity is non-negotiable. Everything else is commentary.
Hello guys. Yeah. Travel vlog. No, I'm making a travel vlog, you know? Travel vlog.
Why?
Because I can. I want to make travel vlog. Yeah, that's it. Huh? Do you speak English? I don't speak Italian.
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Okay, that's it. I don't care. Okay. I can film you, no problem. Huh? I can film you, no problem. No. Let me tell you one thing, guys. You cannot tell me I cannot film you.
Go to the house.
Huh? Huh?
You can do it anywhere, but not
I am. You're calling me. Okay. You're calling me. That's it.
Not my face.
Huh? You are calling me.
Nobody call you over here, man.
My video. Oh, I can make video everywhere. Yeah. I can make. Oh, okay. Oh, you're a good guy. Okay, good. Then you're good. Okay. No. I can make a video here if I want to. This is it. I can make a video. Don't shout at me. That's it. Okay. Okay. Huh? Shoot me. You can shoot me. No problem. You can shoot me. I can shoot back if you want to. Okay. Bye. Yes, Hollandese. Crazy how aggressive they get, huh?
Yeah, we go there.
Huh?
Yeah, they know me because I come here for free for things. Say, yeah, okay, but who is it? Where is it? He's from Florence. No, we.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Is he from Florence? Do you think that guy is from Florence?
Yeah.
So how is it possible that those guys can try to dictate us in city after city that we cannot film and not what? It's unbelievable in my opinion.
They don't want that you film. Filming here is a very big.
Okay, but I don't give a.
Yeah.
They are not making the rules, are they?
Yeah.
Who actually likes me, who wants to spend time with me. No, I don't get that. So wants to date me.
45 to 50% of men aged like 18 to 25 are scared to approach women nowadays.
That young women are really frustrated that men are not coming up to them anymore to buy them a drink or say hello. They feel like they get all dressed up, look hot to go out there and find men, and the men don't want to talk to them.
We, as women, we're doomed. We're doomed.
The gym is the most confusing social place. You'll make eye contact with somebody 10 times, even have the same routine and go at the same hours, yet you won't talk to each other. We'd rather download an app to say hi than saying hi in person to someone who's 10 feet away from you, who is giving you signals to approach them.
That this is actually something that's happening and we're watching it unfold in real time. And that's why every day you see more and more videos from women asking, where are the good men? Why can't I find a man? Why don't men approach me? Whatever version they choose to say, the message is always the same. And what these videos show is that it's not men that are struggling the most with being single and alone. And I don't mean that in a misogynistic or chauvinistic way. I'm saying it from a biological standpoint. Women generally do not handle isolation the same way men do, because men are far more capable and equipped of withdrawing and focusing on themselves and just staying out of the dating market for an extended period of time. And what we're seeing now is more and more women starting to panic, starting to spaz out because men are just checked out of dating. They've exited.
I'm fucking lying. I ain't finna argue with a bitch that ain't got shit to lose but they cell phone, their ID, and their social security card.
The underlying tragedy of hip-hop hypnosis is the destruction of language. Now, this woman probably spoke with more eloquence when she was in 5th grade. But unfortunately, she has trained herself to, unfortunately, talk like a moron. And it's painful to witness, and it's painful to hear. The best thing we can do is snap the youth out of this trance, and for future generations to understand that when you listen to moron music on repeat, behavior modification through repetition produces a state of hypnosis where, unfortunately, language is literally destroyed.
And look, this has been going on for over a dozen years. Go home. Get out. We know our country's better than yours. That's because we filled it with our work ethic and our culture and our values. You being here only dilutes it for us, those who built it and live it. And half of you people, more than half of you, won't assimilate. We don't want you. We don't care if you're offended. Get out. Go home. Go back to fucking Haiti. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Who in the fuck decided we could make diapers and formula the two most needed things when you have a child, the most expensive things on this planet? These two things just costed me $92. Oh, you want me to start thinking about having a second kid? Simply how? How? I can't afford that. Abso-fucking-lutely not. And on top of it, as I swipe my card, walk out, pull out of the parking lot, this old woman starts for backing out of the parking spot. I said, ma'am, I had to get out of the parking spot. She goes, well, you could have done it in an intelligent way. And I said, not today.
All right, I was looking into this, and it looks like diapers have increased about 50% over the last 10 years. Baby formula is also up about 45% over the last decade. Now, this far outpaces inflation. If we take a look here on what a good can of baby formula might cost, one without maybe seed oils and stuff would be something like this. That's $52, and that's only 19.5 ounces. So how long would a can like this last? And if we look here, it depends on the age, but a can that costs over $50 might only last somebody 4 to 5 days. So you can see how having one baby is expensive, but having multiple babies would just be undoable for a lot of families.
Así eres tú, porque trabajamos juntos, porque te conozco mucho tiempo, como que un año.
Hay un cuchillo. Haz para atrás. Vete, vete. Kick back.
American people need Coca-Cola to survive?
I did not say that. I said that
I'm asking you. I'm giving you the opportunity to say yes or no.
I will not answer for individuals and their choices.
You think that there are some Americans who need Coca-Cola to survive? Is that your testimony?
I am happy to talk about the food and nutrition
You just don't know.
that individuals have.
You just don't know. I think most people can rationally say that you don't need Coca-Cola to survive. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree that we have a hunger crisis and that we need to address it, but ensuring that individuals have the food resource that they need.
Got it. And one of those is sugary Coca-Cola.
I don't really care where you come from, but if you come to this great country, you have to understand you're coming here to be an American. We celebrate everyone's culture. We're happy with that, as long as you are an American. Celebrate your culture. I don't care. Italian, Polish, Somali, okay? But they don't assimilate. And if they don't assimilate, then they should go the hell back to where they came from. Guess what? There is nothing racist about calling out a criminal. So when I say that it's time. It's time. I mean, this is what they do in the great state of Minnesota. You know, our culture, that Scandinavian culture. By the way, I better make it clear before I go any farther. Minnesotans, are there any here? Ah, good. Then let me just say. Okay, well, born, you're wearing that hat. You must be from northern Minnesota, the Iron Range. No. Probably closer to Iowa. No, I'm going to leave that alone. The reason I bring it up is because I tell people regularly, Minnesota did not create passive-aggressive behavior, but we did perfect it, okay? And I happen to be more on the aggressive side, which doesn't always work in Minnesota, as Ralph will tell you. You know, sometimes Minnesotans are so afraid that you're going to call us a racist, you're going to call us an Islamophobe, you're going to call us some name that we just don't want to get into that fight. You know what? I would argue that I never did care, but I'm done being careful, even the least bit careful.
I'm sorry we did that. We thought she wanted it.
You thought that she wanted you to grab her and pull her into a bush in the quiet part of the park. But she wanted you to put your hand over her mouth while your 7 friends took turns raping her. She had to crawl out of those bushes on her hands and knees, and now she lives every single day afraid of what you and your friends might do since you were acquitted. It was very good work by your attorney, by the way, painting them as the victim. What was it? Traumatic integration?
But we're all getting mental help now and support. We will be better in the future, I promise that.
It's the right answer. The only problem is that on your social media, since the event, I have not seen any regret or empathy. In fact, I think you said that she deserved to be raped.
What I mean is that they dress wrong and just make boys horny with their mini skirts. They show their legs and breasts.
You wrote that she deserved it.
I will delete it.
Are these the values you're teaching your children?
I teach him the values from Quran and these values from our family.
Well, if these are your values, that women in America and Europe deserve to be raped because of a dress code, why did you come here?
You know that we have several war in our country and we have a dangerous life. That's why we are here. And I think you know that.
Do you know what I think?
Why?
I don't think it was the good ones that got out of your country. I think it was the bad ones. And I think you brought with you your archaic value system.
What the fuck happened? What's wrong?
Have you guys came across this story yet? This is Sammy Lee out of Longview, Texas, and she says she was jumped because of Carmelo Anthony. Now, this is slowly picking up more traction on Facebook, but she said, I never thought I would make a post like this, but I have no choice. It's sad shit like this happens in real life. Tonight, me and my best friend went out for drinks in Longview, Texas. Everything was fine. We had no issues in the bar at all. The moment the night is over and we're walking back to the car to go home, I get jumped by a group of random girls. Never said a word to these girls, never looked at them, and I don't know them at all. I moved to East Texas to get out of my hometown, and I'm a college student. While getting jumped, they're yelling out, "Free Carmelo," saying they were going to target the smallest white girl they could find. A case that absolutely had nothing to do with me. Black eye and staples in my head. She said, I was leaking blood on the back of my head and my face. Totally caught me off guard. This shit is not okay, and bitches are going to jail. The world is already a messed up place. What did y'all get out of this? The people who know me absolutely know I didn't deserve this. Now, let me tell you, people don't believe her as far as, like, she got jumped, but they don't believe that they randomly started saying "Free Carmelo." I don't know if there's proof, but in this video, this group of girls are jumping someone, but you can tell it has nothing to do with what happened to Sammy. She's just showing, like, I guess a pattern of behavior. But Alexis, who did get jumped in that video, she's saying, like, she's like, after seeing how they did the other girl in Longview, we thought we should spread awareness because this isn't right. And it looks like they had drama with her sister. Y'all can read this. Anyway, last thing I saw was her posting this and basically saying this is who jumped her. But as far as the Carmelo part, that's what people are arguing with her. Like, why are you making it? They think there's more to the story, basically. I don't know if there is or isn't, but it is starting to spread all over Facebook now. What do y'all think?
Oh, there you go. Oh.
These three losers reportedly set out and said that they were going to find the smallest white girl they could find to beat her up. And they did do that. They found a little white girl, they beat her up, and while they were doing that, they were chanting and screaming, "Free Carmelo." They went out of their way to go and try to beat up a white girl because they believe that Carmelo Anthony is... I don't know if they believe he's innocent or if they believe that he's justified to do what he did and then he shouldn't face any consequences. So they decided to go out and do their own hate crime. That's what it is. They went out of their way to do a hate crime. They better be charged with a hate crime because if three white people went out of their way, said they're going to find a small black person, beat them up, and then start making comments such as that of, I don't know, of free whoever, that would be considered a hate crime. This needs to be charged as hate crime and see what happens then. Make an example out of them.
Scott, I think your legislation on trans issues and your legislation specifically protecting queers on the sex offender registry is fantastic. Like, I really applaud you for that, and I think you deserve to be here for that. But I think your housing policy, and specifically your housing policy aligning with YIMBYs, and I think your policy on the genocide in Gaza, and I think your policy on the genocide in Gaza is terrible. I think you do not belong here. I think you do not belong here. You do not belong here, Scott, anymore. It sucks because you've been wonderful. You've been wonderful for trans people, and you've been terrible. And you've been terrible. You've been terrible. You've been terrible on Gaza. You do not belong here anymore, Scott, and it breaks my fucking heart. It breaks my heart.
Hundreds of thousands of families who followed the law, passed multiple criminal background checks, earned work permits, and paid taxes will be torn apart, thrown in ICE jails, or sent back to a nation overrun by criminal gangs who murder and kidnap at will. Haitian American children, U.S. citizens, will be orphaned, detained in horrific conditions, or deported alongside their parents to imminent danger. Americans will pay even higher prices for groceries, health care, housing, and child care.
And the male with camo is throwing rocks at us. They haven't hit yet. And who's throwing rocks? Male party with camo, and we've been lacrosse stick is hitting our cruiser. Authorized arrest, Mike 9 and 10. Windshield of our cruiser's broken. copy. Just stage your members accordingly.
What are you doing in the park, boys? You're allowed to be standing there smiling at my kids. What are you smiling at my kids for? What are you smiling at my kids for, mate? Just want it. Get out of this park now. What are you looking at? Get the fuck out of this park now, mate. Do you understand me? Fucking staring at kids. Get out of here now, you filth. Property Park. The tree is, boys. Get the fuck out of here now. You smell.
Hi. Were you the ones that took the Red Bull earlier?
Yes, and they are here to apologize, and if they need to work it off, or I'm going to replace it.
No, it's fine. You know, it's not that big of a deal, but just please don't do that again. If you want something, you can knock and we'll give it to you. It's no problem.
Yeah, and well, here, y'all talk.
Yes.
We're very sorry for stealing it. We shouldn't have done it. We weren't thinking.
I appreciate your apology. Thank you.
This one is mine. I live down the street. This is my nephew. If you ever see them, please, I am not raising my child to be like that.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
I'm highly pissed off at him. But I'm very sorry.
Of course. Thank you guys for coming back.
We appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too.
I don't know if you can hear this fucking shit. Walmart is playing fucking Muslim music. Yeah. Fucking crazy. What the fuck? I think I might go and complain about this fucking shit. Hey, who can I talk to about this music they got playing in there?
I don't think there's anybody you can.
I mean, it's fucking United States. Why are we playing this bullshit? Call corporate or something about it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because it's really not something we do either.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, man. This is fucking ridiculous. You hear this fucking Muslim bullshit they're playing? It's fucking ridiculous. Look at this shit. Look at this. This is what your fucking country is becoming. This is what we're fucking becoming. Hey, man. Yo. Are you the manager around here? Yep. Who can I talk to about the music y'all are playing in here?
Home office.
Home office?
So we don't deal with the radio, the volume, or anything. It's home office.
That's ridiculous. Like, it's about to be 4th of July, and y'all are blasting Muslim music in here. Like, it's all disrespectful to our country.
Well, as I said, it is home office.
Like, it's fucking ridiculous. It's insane.
I mean, I understand the point of view now. It's a home
Like,
office.
do you understand what's happened to America and Europe? You see all the murders and rapes, and then now we have Walmart in our country blasting this bullshit.
But yeah.
I just look up home office.
Yeah, so I'm not, let me see if I can find you the phone number real quick. Because I know for a fact it's not 101.
Well, you know, the 4th of July is coming, and it's just fucking disrespectful that they were doing that bullshit. So I challenge you, if you see this video, like and share it, and call 1-800-WALMART and complain. Tell them that you heard that bullshit, and you don't fucking like it, and you're fucking pissed. That's how we need to be acting, y'all. Fucking petty. Petty, 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 petty. You see something you don't like, you see something that's in a slight fucking disrespect to us, you fucking call it out, and you just be petty. Be a fucking Karen. If we all start caring, and we all start being Karens, we can fucking change shit. Stand beside each other and change it.
I'm fired up.
Dad, look at Tate's baby cousin. Look.
What is that?
It's her baby. He's so cute.
So cute.
Wenn die Dunkelheit beginnt und die Nacht.
Look at throwing stuff at me. What are you doing? Get off me. Don't touch me.
He's a domestic terrorist! Domestic terrorist! I wish you would! I wish you would! I wish the fuck you would! Go pick him
Bye! Bye! Get out of here!
So many of you reached out after my last video that I had to say this one more time. The media has been lying to you about America, and the World Cup just proved it. For years, European and Canadians have been fed the same narrative. America is dangerous, Americans are ignorant, the culture is shallow, the food will kill you, and people believed it. Why? Because they saw it on the news, they read it online, they never actually went. Then the World Cup came, and millions of people who had never set foot in the US suddenly showed up. And you know what they found? Friendly people, incredible energy, stadiums that blew their minds, hospitality they didn't even expect. Video after video of Europeans and Canadians saying, I had no idea, I was completely wrong, this is nothing like what I was told. And that's exactly the problem. The media doesn't profit from you having a good experience. It profits from fear, division, outrage. A Canadian family having the time of their life in Texas doesn't get clicks, you know? A crime story does. So that's all you ever see. That's all you ever hear. And slowly, without even realizing it, your entire worldwide view gets shaped by people who want you to be afraid. And look, in my opinion, the World Cup didn't just bring football to America. It accidentally broke the most powerful propaganda machine in the world, because people finally went and saw it for themselves. So stop letting a screen decide what you think about a place. Go experience it, because I promise you the truth is always different from what they're selling you. Always.
You see, the useful idiots, the leftists who are idealistically believing in the beauty of Soviet socialist or communist or whatever system, when they get disillusioned, they become the worst enemies. That's why my KGB instructors specifically made a point, never bother with leftists. Forget about these political prostitutes. Aim higher.
But to eliminate the others, to execute the others, don't they serve some purpose? Wouldn't they be the ones we rely on?
They serve purpose only at the stage of destabilization of a nation. For example, your leftists in United States, all these professors and all these beautiful civil rights defenders, they are instrumental in the process of the subversion only to destabilize the nation. When their job is completed, they are not needed anymore. They know too much. Some of them, when they get disillusioned, when they see that Marxist-Leninists come to power, obviously they get offended. They think that they will come to power. That will never happen, of course. They will be lined up against the wall and shot. But they may turn into the most bitter enemies of Marxist-Leninists when they come to power. And that's what happened in Nicaragua. You remember most of these former Marxist-Leninists were either put to prison or one of them split, and now he's working against Sandinistas. It's the same pattern everywhere.